Read Ummah by Najm Tirmizi. Prologue. They called us heretics for no better reason than seeking a new home. But why suffer silently in unbroken urban squalor when the vast, pristine void beckoned? So we traded our lab coats for overalls and built a craft of its own design. But as the massive ship began to grow skyward, prying eyes bore down. Astaghfirullah, raged the blind ones. You would forsake the homeland of your spiritual guide? The Holy Land? Dozens of reasons burst from their lips with little care for reason, all to keep us in reach of their talons and beaks. There is naught more precious than family. You have obligations to society. You must remain and serve. You must. Our wise elders answered, silencing those who dangled their invisible leash. We were told to seek new pastures, to go forth and multiply. Our spiritual leader was sent as a blessing for all the worlds. Should we not spread the Almighty's truth as far as we can? Yes, family is truly worth more than the greatest riches, but we can travel together. Society is code, and the same code can run on different hardware. Service takes on many shapes emissaries, settlers, and explorers, too. As a final threat to our skyward ascent, the blind ones challenged us with the puzzle of prostration. Which direction will you face when you bow to the Most High? Bereft of a Qibla, your spirit will drift rudderless on that godless rock. Hayat Demir, Operations Officer, Advance Party, Spaceport for Hajj and Martian Settlement. Last interplanetary message received before radio silence. The Martian Qibla debate raged for months. All agreed that there was only one Kaaba. No one possessed the authority to establish another on Mars. Aside from that, there was little consensus. Some likened off planet colonies to sailing on a starless night. In Allah's merciful omnipresence, the disoriented could pray facing any direction. Unconvinced, others sought a more permanent answer. Some favored planet wide consistency and proposed using a compass direction instead of a single set of coordinates. But without a strong magnetic field, compasses don't work on Mars. The path of Phobos is true, but the moon isn't always visible. Even if we overcame this technical challenge by creating reliable, easy to carry gyroscopes or some other kind of device, by what criteria would we choose one specific direction over another? The old Malaysian guidelines were of limited help. At last, however, we combined science with spirit. We would all pray towards the same Kaaba after all. Using Earth's abundant radio chatter as a beacon, we'd be able to locate Earth in the skies above. While some initially voiced disagreement, pointing out that the Earth would have changed position before our offering had finished, they were reminded that actions are founded on intentions. Allah knew what our hearts held. And making a concerted effort to correctly orient our bodies would declare our desire for spiritual alignment. With our collective resolve restored, what followed was inevitable. We named our vessel Al-Huda, the guidance. Artificial intelligence had reduced discovery to delivery cycles to mere months. Advances in photovoltaic cells and fusion had transformed electricity from a commodity into a basic human right. New batteries let us safely carry a megawatt hour in a suitcase. Ion thrusters offered efficient and abundant propulsion. Fourth generation Sabatier processes and photocatalysis helped us store and recycle more oxygen and water than we had need for. Al Huda carried seeds and saplings for our dates, figs, and olives. We even brought small herds of livestock for sacrificial obligations. Doves, hoopoes, spiders, dogs, and bees. We kept many of the creatures from our stories and symbolism so that they could feed us in ways neither meat nor milk ever could. The 1,723 interplanetary voyagers of the Shams Endeavour brought their data too. All forms of media served as mementos, entertainment, research material, and sources of enlightenment for their new home. Communication with the old world would be possible, but bandwidth was precious. Resilient, high density physical media containing the sum total of publicly available information would be the spark to ignite the first chapter in an entirely new library of human thought. Even though we shared a destination, our reasons for traversing the void were as varied as our clothes, faces, and tongues. Among us were explorers and scholars, imams and merchants, but also misfits and mendicants, rebels, refugees, and runaways. Some sought a place of respite from the accrued madness of millennia, while others wished for a blank canvas on which they could become the Creator's divine stylus. Whatever their reasons, everyone on our vessel understood that this might be their ultimate pilgrimage. The first Hajj round trip wouldn't be for another decade. This journey could be fatal, and the vast red waste their fate. These are just a few of their stories. Jalal Adeyemi, Mission Commander, Spaceport for Hajj and Martian Settlement. Captain's Log 2048 1010, 1950 UTC.